Gupana from BSA3, and today we're going to discuss about the topic curriculum localization.
Yeah.
What comes to your mind if you see or hear the word school curriculum? The curriculum of a school is the formal and informal content and process by which learners gain knowledge and understanding, develop skills and alter attitudes, appreciation and values under the auspices of that school. What about the term curriculum localization? So, curriculum localization is a process of defining parts of the components of the curriculum at community, local, or school level, normally with the involvement of local staff, stakeholders, and institutions, so as to address issues that are locally relevant and allow for more meaningful learning experiences. So, the localization of the curriculum can allow learning to become more meaningful and relevant. It supports policy formulation and standard setting for reform of the curriculum and the impact of this on teacher skills and knowledge. So, localization will involve the use of local materials both as the subject and the objects of instruction. So localization will also involve making the local culture as integral part of the curriculum. So there are elements that can be considered for curriculum localization. As what we can see in the pictures, first we can see the local content, which are the examples of culture, belief system, institution. Second is the indigenous learning process or how people learn. And third is the local resources, which are the human and material resources available in the community. And last is the local language, or the oral and the written tradition of that culture. So these are the elements that involve in the local indigenous learning systems. Why curriculum localization? The Philippines is basically a culturally diverse society. So the Philippines is home to more than 100 ethno-linguistic groups, each with distinctive way of life, belief, customs, and traditions. So basic education needs to be culturally responsive to the diversities while at the same time meeting the standards set by the national curriculum. Value of the local learning system. So understanding of the local learning system and how it can be tapped to make learning of the national curriculum more successful will first promote increased learning, second develop in the learners an appreciation and pride of his or her community's cultures and identity. Third, develop in the learners serious commitment to help develop their own communities as a result of their strong identification with the community. Fourth is curriculum localization and indigenization needs a socio-cultural descriptions of one own community where the schools are located. Fifth is an inventory of local community assets, needs, and resources is the first step to curriculum localization and indigenization. Another is community development can be enhanced through a culturally responsive curriculum. There are also principles of localization. Pedagogy. Some pedagogical principles in the localization of curriculum that must be considered by curriculum planners are: teachers should have a thorough understanding of the culture of the community. Second, teachers should be committed to empowering students and correcting social inequities. Third, teaching process should emphasize skills and practical applications of knowledge. Another is people in the community learn by watching, listening, and doing. So, principles of localization are categorized in three. First is the traditional teaching, which are the elders, family, community, and peers teach. Inquiry teachings, where our teachers as facilitator of the learning. Science is a social endeavor. Compatible strategies were community involvement, cooperative groups, peer tutoring, multiple teachers as facilitators of learning. Another is learning connected to life, sessions, and environment. In inquiry teaching were investigative fundamental science questions of interest of students, and the compatible strategies is investigate fundamental science questions related to life, seasons, and environment. Investigate questions from multiple perspectives discipline. Another is learn by watching, listening, and doing. Elder is expert of this. In the inquiry teachings, active and extended inquiry over time, use of print and electronic sources to help interpret or revise explanation. In the compatible strategies were learn by active and extended inquiry, use multiple sources of expert knowledge, including cultural experts. Another is emphasize skills and practical application of knowledge. And the inquiry teaching focus on student understanding and use of scientific knowledge, ideas, and inquiry skills. And in the compatible strategies, it integrates skill development, understanding, and application of knowledge. Another is knowledge shared through modeling, storytelling, and innovation. In the inquiry teaching, classroom communication and debate of understandings, while in the compatible strategies, diverse representations and communications of student ideas and work to classmates and community. So these are the examples of pictures of those indigenous peoples. Here we can say the people there dancing because it is part of their beliefs or it's part of their practices. One of an example of these are those Manubu here, the Manubu tribes, and these children who are wearing their costumes of the way their life is, or they're part of their beliefs to use that. And another is this. As we can see, it is familiar to us because we can see these dances throughout festivals. Just for example, the Sinulog festivals, where it's part of their beliefs, the dance of their patrons. So here we can see those dancing. And also this, it is familiar to us also because in the TV, in the movies, or in the part of the social media, we can see these pictures, those pageants who are wearing their culture's dresses. And these are the foods or the house that are natives. As you can see here, in the Cebu, the Mactan, and the foods that was very relevant from that from that particular places. I hope you learned from this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.